Yeah. No, they don't matter. They're Tyloo points. Well, Tyloo and Vici, I guess. Taking a look at how long this is going to go on for. But yeah, coming into this, it's very important for Checkmate to try and recover here on Mirage. Otherwise, it's going to be Invictus going on to the next match with a 2-0 win under their belt. It's Invictus on the CT side start. We've got Destroy with a good bit of utility. This is going to be a real tough challenge. This is Invictus's map pick, and they've been able to start over on that CT side. They've got everything going their way, I feel. And well, everyone's favorite player, the fan favorite, Unconnected, running into the bomb site, diving right through the window. Checkmate taking him down. He'll find a follow-up as well. What a hold. Coming in here from Flying as well. Double kill. Absolutely nothing going in favor of Checkmate. They get absolutely zilch heading into that B-bomb side, player.
Not a single point of damage taken by Invictus. Like, that's the sort of start you'll be looking for here. Your map pick, your opponent's opts are the T side, which is ballsy. I like it, but it's very ballsy, and that means they need to get a few rounds on board for them to like kind of defend here on their CD side. We do see the force buy coming up from Checkmate. And Deagle's armor, 5 smokes, a singular flash in the hands of Mr. Kaz. He's going to be going for the Kevlar purchase as well, not really looking to save any money for a potential op buy later. That's a chunky nade and a half. Hawk down to 44, Blitz on 62. A lot of damage being dealt early by Invictus without having seen a single soul yet.
Yeah, it's pretty good start to the round from Invictus. Checkmate being dropped down there, as if their chances weren't small enough to win this round. Blood, they get handed even more damage. And what? Minute and 10 seconds left. The round's virtually just begun, but look at the positions gathered here for the T side. Bottle catches out Kaz in the window. Push to the ramp coming through. Row trying to make through here, but Destroyer can toss that nade in. It's going to try and take him down. Bottle and Destroyer with the kills. Is now Hawk and Techno in a 2 versus 5. And yeah, this is good from Invictus. They haven't lost a single player just yet, and they won't. 2-0 for Invictus. They keep every single player alive. And a lot of money being picked up on that SMG from Bottle. So that's going to be the economy getting a real good amount of room to grow, right? And that's very important for Invictus, is to grab control of the economy game early on in the CT side. And so moving forward into this next round, it should be another for Invictus, another round where they try and keep all 5 alive.
Yeah, and even more impressive is they've only taken 28 points of damage in 2 rounds, Dinko. That's great. Shaosag is going to open things up, finding Techno 4K towards top mid, and Invictus not... I think they're expecting a full eco, and that could be something which could bite them in the butt, considering Deagles have been purchased. Again, it's a little bit of a half buy. A nice peek from Row is good for one. Now, Viva just has a Deagle and a Scout to work with, just dancing around, information gathered, but look at the flank coming in from bottom. There's nothing Row can do. He's going to come jumping in straight to his death. Bottle even giving him, allowing him a little bit of time to kind of see his impending doom. And just a 1 casualty, Dinko, in 3 rounds. 1 death in 3 rounds. This has been a fantastic start for the CD side. And we have the upgrade. Viva upgrading to the AWP. The Scout's going to be dropped to its Destroyer. They're still going to stick around with the MP9 in the hands of Bottle. And, of course, 2 rifles as well.
Yeah, very important round coming up here for Checkmate. They lose this one. Well, that'll put Invictus into the most comfortable driver's seat we've seen in this series so far. This is definitely a good start from Invictus, like you said, onto their own map pick, but they haven't really been fully tested yet. And this is their first real test. Oh, gets caught in transition back away from throwing that initial utility, and now Destroyer's under pressure from the back of Triple. He hasn't been able to do anything. He gets 1 shot off, but this is not the start Invictus would have been looking for into the first gun round. They've lost far too much already. Checkmate, gap in the smoke takes away Hawk's life. The bomb goes down, and a man advantage intact for the T side. Viva repositions back up on short, and the smoke redeploys in front of Connector. Oh, he's not too far off that. I know he's going to hit the shot, but it's not going to be death for Blitz. Luckily for Checkmate, they're going to be able to pull this off, and I feel like that's just a little unfortunate at the beginning for Bottle to kind of get caught there in the transition with the utility, but I also feel like he probably shouldn't be in the open like that anyway. So it kind of comes back to bite him, and Destroy with a Scout on the back of Triple. They just didn't have the weapon area to hold off a quick A hit, so that's almost the perfect call from Checkmate.
And for Invictus, they're not going to be too worried about it. They lose a scout, they lose an SMG, right? And the money is still very, very solid. Bottles of $9,000 as well. And now it's going to be the first real test for Checkmate. They have the guns. They didn't lose too many players the previous round. Just one. And now the double up setup. Spicy. Usually you see teams go for this, for the double up setup, Dinko, when things start looking a little grim, right? When things aren't really working on the CD side, that's when you start seeing the double zoom bangers coming out. But this time around, it's going to be way early. Destroyer playing for default spot right next to the ticket booth. We have Viva with the op towards mid. He's got backup in the form of his compatriot nearby towards short. Here comes the straight push. Flashback's not going to do anything. Blitz is going to get plucked by Destroyer. There is a player on the side, and it is going to be Bottle. The bane of Checkmate on that Inferno A side as Techno finds Destroyer, but Bottle's doing a phenomenal job just staying alive in his own smoke, Dinko, while reinforcements are arriving.
Oh, Bottle peace out. Finds the player sandwich. He'll go down to the Molotov, and now it's just Techno. 1v2. We know he's very capable of winning these kind of rounds. He's going to head his way back to spawn. Oh, pallet play could be the smart decision, but we'll see how long he takes to get here. I think it's important that he takes time, because then Invictus get in their own heads. They wonder, okay, maybe I should go check B, and that's exactly what's happening now. So with that rotation back to middle, or the B bomb site, is Fly's fully committing to this. It does leave Techno in a 1v1 fight in this B-bomb side. Oh, he's caught it perfectly. Shasagate going up the ladder, goes down. He's spotted Flying as well. He knows the last player is. Instead of committing to the plant, he goes to the fight against the Opering connector, and Flying just patiently waits for it. I feel like Techno overthinks that a little bit, but a nice approach to the round. He nearly pulls it off, and Invictus Gaming, they will get the round on the board nonetheless.
Yeah, expensive round, though, for the CD side. And considering how much money they built up in the first 3 rounds, they're going to be looking at their money and being like, where did all that money go? Kind of like a night out for me, Dinko. Like, just get my, back when I used to work like a normal job, get my paycheck, head out on Friday night, come back, look at my wallet, I'm like, where did all that money go?
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
My liver.
Yeah, I do as well, but, you tend to forget Viva. Flashbang is good, doesn't see anyone, and he gets a bullet in the kneecaps. He's gonna fall away. Very passive from Checkmate. Cheeky. 3 players on top mid. Now Viva holding the angle towards short. The T's have a lot of utility to work with. Viva goes for the swing with the flash. It doesn't find anyone. This is curious from Checkmate. Look at it, Dinko. 3 players waiting on top of mid boxes. Not seen. Viva knows there's at least 1 player, but are they going to be expecting 3 is the question. As they're going to slowly creep on up. It's going to be a B pincer, unless I'm very much mistaken. And it's going to come down to Viva and Mr. Xiao Sage, rather Flying and Xiao Sage to shut down this B hit.
Well, chance again. Oh, absolutely gets nailed. And once blitz right through with the headshot. Rowe just shuts down Flying without a single kill. That's all good enough. That is not good enough from Invictus on that B defense. That's a round lost. That's terrible.
That flash was sick.
Oh. A bit of damage being done here at least. Not like the T-side's economy is in a good spot right now at all. And well, Viva, he should have got that kill. Techno, extremely lucky to be alive there. You kind of want to get that ult back. You desperately want that ult back. Maybe the bomb blast will fire it towards CT, but they're nowhere near that right now anyway, so... Yeah, that's unfortunate for Invictus. I feel like that B hole was just, good utility usage, good quick play, yes, from Checkmate, but Fly needs to do more from that spot. He needs at least 1 there. The fact he doesn't get a single kill is kind of ridiculous.
Well, that was a very curious play from Checkmate, right? They have 2 players towards the B apartments, not showing themselves, slowly creeping up, and then 3 players waiting on top of the mid boxes. Now, despite the multiple repeaks coming out from Viva with the op, he wasn't able to spot anyone out. So they weren't ready at all. It's a mid control. Not really taken, but kind of like stolen away by Checkmate. And then they just go for the brilliant flash peek towards short to find Xiao Sage. And Flying, well, he had a lot of players to find, and he found nothing. And now looks like it's going to be just a straight-on hit towards B. But Viva is the man who's going to be waiting. The op in hand, finds 1, falls on back to a better position. Flying's there as well to help his teammate out. Viva finds another kill, is looking for more. Finally gets taken down by Rowe, but Flying's there with the trade. And now it's a 2v3. Kaz finds Xiao Sage. Flying needs to win the duel, which he will. And it's all on Kaz. 1v3. Destroyer's going to make sure he doesn't get off do any more. And the 2 ops retrieved as well by Invictus. So a pretty solid hold coming out there, especially with Viva being placed towards the B bomb site. And I feel like, Dinko, Viva's going to be very instrumental here. He's got to be the guy who's kind of has to be that floating opper, I feel like. And especially the way he was playing on Inferno, if he can even play anywhere close to the level he was showing in the map number 1, I feel the city side could be pretty solid for Invictus later on in this half.
Yeah, I feel like Viva is such an influential player. We mentioned it earlier on in the pregame, how Mirage is a map where Viva can actually have these MVP performances on. So I think the first 2 have kind of worked out for him in that respect. And while Viva gets another kill, Techno's going to take down Flying. And I feel like Viva's even more important now that Flying is having a bad series, right? The Viva is the next player I feel has that potential to carry the team. And Flying not showing up puts more pressure on Viva to be that player. And Xiaosage trying to plug the hole that Flying is left now over on that B-bomb side. You take a look at the defense, it's pretty spread out right now. One player playing towards CT, you've got Bottle in towards jungle. He's actually going to be falling back and going over towards CT spawn. 3 players from Checkmate looking to finish on this A-bomb site. Destroyer with the AWP position towards CT spawn has a good position to deal with this attack. Outer ramp is going to land a shot, but it's not going to be a kill, and Techno takes him down the AK. And now we've got a 3v4, and it's actually favoring the attacking side. And while the bomb goes down, that's already good enough, and now they can still win this round. All playing from CT. Rowe cutting off rotations. He's trying to get behind them as well here, but he hasn't been able to get through. It doesn't matter because Techno continuing to get kills and Bottle finally striking into action. But is it too little, too late right now? And indeed it will be. Checkmate, pull it off on pistols and 1 hero AK for young Techno 4K.
I love the wide bait swing. Destroy, he lands the leg, Dinko, but just gets taken down, and that was, again, the timing was off. Well, I don't know why Xiaosage is walking out connected before his teammates managed to make his way out from CD spawn, right? Look at this. The bait play. Blitz gets legged, but Techno with the hero AK finding the 1 kill. Xiaosage should have either cleared this angle, or he should have waited for Bottle to come out from CD spawn. The timing was really, really weird on that retake. It was still very winnable. But with that, Dinko, Invictus, they had a flying start, but it has been stemmed for now. Just the Deagles out. And we all know how dangerous Invictus can be with the Deagles. And in fact, Dinko, they have 4 Deagles. Will the curse of the 4 Deeds strike again?
Well, first step
strikes once
in the right direction. Destroy taking down Rowe. That's an AK-47 recovered and no trade kill from the T side. Smokers in towards top connector. We've got Checkmate sending 4 players up middle. And probably via the connector now at this point as well. So Bottle and Destroy, this is the best case scenario for them. They've got a crossfire, they've got the AK-47 over here on this A site. If they are to win this round, it's got to be Destroy going huge. Xiaosage, he's going to start pulling himself over towards this A-bomb site as well. And Bottle's gone on a bit of an excursion via Palace. Look at Flying as well. They have all the information right now. He goes T-spawn, doesn't spot a single player. Now they know it has to be connected and Destroys in a good spot. He only gets 1 kill. That might come back to bite them. But it's Xiaosage and Bottle still in positions they're able to do damage from. And Bottle with 1. Well, he's got the skill and he stayed alive. That's the important part, Blake, because they can't plant this bomb while he's still alive. And that Molotov is going to cause a couple of problems for Bottle. So now it falls into Flying, who comes in from the ramp. He'll be checking towards triple. No one peeking and Flying. Well, a big flank. The whole round was spent shift walking from Flying. And it doesn't matter. He gets caught on the timing. And it's going to be 5-4 as Checkmate recover the round. It was looking good for Invictus, I have to say. But it just doesn't really work out for them towards the end there.
It doesn't, and I love the way Kaz played that, right? I don't know what he was thinking, but he was so aware as to the flank coming in. Brilliantly done, and 5-4. Also, Hawk has pulled off a 008, Dinko. I don't know what a 008 is. I know a 006 is a bean, 007 is a bond. 008, we had that. Tom told us. He gave us the name of all the agents. I forget.
Bill
let's just call it a bad game.
It was Bill Timothy, I believe. It was
Bill
008.
Timothy?
Yeah.
Why? That's like 2 first names.
They call him BT. BT.
Well, Bill Timothy's like 2 first names. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Let's just got wrecked, Dinko. but at least the trade comes in. Destroyer not able to make his escape. It's going to be the quick hit coming in towards B with just the 2 USPs. Well, I take that back. There's also a Deagle as well flying. He spots out a player, not able to get the kill. Xiao Sage in the meantime, but the USP almost wins the duel. It's a 2v3, Dinko. But look at how low the players are. Bottle's going to come charging in. AK's picked up. It's all in Bottle. Unfortunately, Ro and Kaz are going to ensure that it comes to naught. Checkmate, they tie things up.
What is this game of Counter-Strike, Blur?
I don't know.
This is kind of crazy. We've just seen way too many rounds now where it's just the pistols are coming close.
I mean, are you surprised? Look, let's be real. Inferno, I lost count of the number of rounds won with just pistols on Inferno, right? And then you go to Mirage, which is a way more puggier map than Inferno is. Are we expecting lesser rounds on pistols? Really, Dinko?
True. Well, I guess I never learned, Blur. I desperately hang on to sanity and fundamental Counter-Strike that just I guess it's out of the window. It doesn't exist. And that's a realization that I'm struggling to come to terms with. And well, it's going to be the Molotov, or smoke, shall I say, up towards top corner. Molotov does come in eventually through the smokes and Incendiary down in towards the bottom of con. That's going to keep these players at bay. Full mid control given to Checkmate without really much of a contest. Instead, Viva just holds on for the short push. And if you're Techno, I think you got to realize that, right? You got to be aware of that window spot. Flying in the smoke, he's been really quiet on this A-hold, and he will eventually get himself a kill. Bottle and Shouts have been able to double up as well between them, and that's going to be the round from Invictus. Much better. They don't lose a single player, Blood, and they desperately need round win. So to grab control of it again, they've got to pick that one up, and it's the first step in the right direction. Take a look at what Checkmate are able to bring to the server. Kaz can drop an AK-47, but he's going to go for an AWP.
Well,
what's Blitz got here? Just a Deagle? How do you feel about this? Kaz, just go over the AWP? I feel like...
I mean, look, it's 6-5. If maybe they have a plan in place here, Kaz is going to be going for the pick towards B. Yeah, then the AWP kind of makes sense, unless flying doesn't... Oh, what a pick. What a pick. And he's going to push on in. This is smart. They're taking a bit of damage with Xiao Sage. It's a captain himself, and he's going to go for a wild spray. Good for 1. Good for 2. How does he find 2 there? Hawk replies back, but a little too late, Dinko. And now it's a 2v3. Kaz still with the AWP. Bomb yet to be planted. They need to go for another pick, but Bottle coming in. The bomb, it's dropped out in the open, and it's going to be Bottle in the perfectly timed peak. Bomb in the apps. Hawk's going to be alive for not much longer either. A great hole from the captain there, despite a very, very nice pick coming out from Kaz with the AWP.
Yeah, it doesn't really work out, unfortunately, for Checkmate. That was a full investment. Everything they had in the bank gone. And I think
Hawk
they realized...
got the kill.
Yeah, I feel... that's true.
So
he was looking to challenge Bulbasaur.
He was 0010, and I'm just looking it up. There doesn't seem to be a 0010 agent at all in any of the... It's called the Hawk, I guess.
No, he was trying his best to transform into the Hawker, right? And that's resulting in the 0 kills for the entire 10 rounds played on the server.
Well, considering our good friend Hawker is now swapped over to the AK-47 like any sane person should, you know, maybe he's going to be stepping it up now. I mean, I was out fragging with 200 ping, Dinko. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, I think he just kind of held on and desperately believing the Krieg was still a gun he could use, but my God, he's realized he's seen the light. Finally. AK-47, obviously, you know... What? That's a lot of damage. That is definitely a lot. And well, Xiao Sage is going to have another nade. They could be minced up by this. There we go. Nice kill for Xiao Sage. Bottle finding the headshot. Viva doing a good bit of work as well, but it's Glock's Blur. Just hawking out 1v3. He's got 11 HP. He swings out towards the CT cross. Viva's going to go down, and now Hawk can look for the plan. Yet to get a kill, and he's found one more. He's doubled it up. 2 kills on the board now. And he'll find himself a 1v3 in total. Will he be able to pull this off? A quiet performer throughout, but there goes the Molotov. Now moves forward into the smoke. He's low HP. 1 tick would be enough to take him down, but he's playing this to perfection. Goes for the pre-fire. That might just cost him here. Flying swings into the open, and the MP9 is going to work out for him. Yeah, very nice try from Hawk, especially being so low on health. He's been able to pull it that close is very impressive indeed. But an 8th round nonetheless for Invictus Gaming. They can be happy enough with that.
Yeah, well, a little too expensive. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. I looked at the health of all the CTs. I'm like, why is everyone kind of chipped away? I was like, okay, maybe the Glocks, you know. But Viva, what are you doing? You weird human being. Oh, Dinko, I love Asian Counter-Strike, man. Like, as depressing as my life is, this entertains me. It keeps me going. It gives me reason to wake up every morning as Hawk walks out dry. No flashes, slow walkout. At least a trade does take place. But still 4v3, favoring Invictus.
Yeah, it's a man advantage for the defensive side for the meantime, at least. And all three remaining players are in this A-bomb site. Flying blinded, wanted to go for the peek in towards the A-bomb site via CT, but Techno, he has been the difference maker for them in quite a few rounds. Well, he's going to go forward, a second kill picked up. He is playing with so much potence. And once bottled out back in the ramp, he's caught out by Rowe. What a turnaround from Checkmate. They were a man down, but Techno decides he's going to pull it in their favor on his own, takes 2 kills, and a 3rd kill coming in from Rowe. So that's enough, forces Viva away. What a round from Techno. Such an impressive player.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it's not like he goes for the individual plays, right? The team sets him up, but he takes that by its reins, right? He makes it work, which is so good. Like, that's the one thing I enjoy about Checkmate, is how it's not one player really popping off or like a star player. You look at his entire team, everyone can have their moments. Blitz, Kaz, Hawk, Rowe, Techno 4K, right? And that's lovely to see, where you look at a team and usually look at all the Asian teams we talk about, you're like, oh yeah, they didn't play well because this player didn't show up or that player didn't show up. And for the side of Checkmate, it's never the case. It's always about, oh, they didn't play well because the team as a whole didn't show up. It's never about the individuals, which is one thing I absolutely adore about this Mongolian side. Here we go. Final round, though, of the first half. Full buy versus a full buy, double ops in place. And an aggressive hold from Bottle. That Incendiary could come in real handy. Destroyer finds one, and Bottle should be able to get this kill here. He's isolated the player, and he's gone to get the frag.
Well, it's a big peek out from Bottle. He will get one onto Kaz. Goes down to Rowe. A chance Gay doing a good bit of work. It's now Rowe in a 1v3. He's the flashbang off the wall of Tetris, now swinging into the bomb site as Invictus apply pressure to the final player. Stuck at Tetris, it's Rowe doing good work, finding the first, and well, they just keep peeking him, and for good reason. They get the round at least. 9-6, Invictus will walk away with quite a solid half coming out of the defense. Probably would have liked a few more rounds here and there, but it has been a quiet performance from a couple of individuals over on this Checkmate side, unfortunately. You take a look at it, it's 3 kills for Blitz, 2 for Hawk. And the Checkmate, they were winning games, where they were upsetting the big teams in this tournament, had some of the best performances across the board we've seen. And this just isn't the same team today. This just isn't.
It really isn't. And honestly, for Checkmate, though, the fact they chose to start on the T side of Mirage Dinko, I think they're going to be pretty happy with the way it's turned out, considering it was looking pretty grim initially. You know, Invictus had a very solid start initially, but here we go. It is going to be the A hit coming in from Invictus, and Bottle's going to open up that side with a beautiful headshot on the Blitz. Hawk's position is not known, and he's still going to get a kill. How does he even find one from that position? It's just mental. And now one player left alone, Techno 4K. And as phenomenal as it's been so far, Dinko, the 1v4, it is looking very unlikely.
Very unlikely indeed, but they're giving him chances. And every chance he gets and takes, well, it becomes more and more likely. Or should I say less unlikely. He's going to go back to the bomb and taps it. Pulling Bottle, trying to get him into the open, but it's not working out here. They're just toying with him, just jumping on by. He's given chances, but impossible ones. And he's going to flee the scene. And that's going to be a 10th round from Invictus. They win the piss around going into the second half. And they're charging the youngster down. And Viva just tears his head right off his shoulders. 12-7. Viva's not having a bad performance by any means. And now 10-6, double figures reach for the Invictus side. Yeah, it's something you don't see a whole lot, right? I've seen some strange discussions being talked about in the CS scene right now, because obviously it's pretty obvious the economy needs changing, right? It's not in a good spot right now. But a lot of people are now considering, well, if you're just gonna give people guns every round, why not just have full gun rounds all the time? It's like, don't really agree with that one. I feel like you gotta find a good middle ground. But it's just, where do you find that? Because the two economy systems we've had are not perfect by any means, at all. But I feel like there's probably somewhere where you're not going to get it perfect, but you're going to get it in a better spot than it is right now. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like Invictus kind of tossed that one away. They fully committed against this kind of buy. That's not getting end 2-1. I feel like Invictus finally get a taste of their own medicine, what it feels like to be on the receiving end of rounds they so often win. And ooh, flying, trying to get out here. 22 seconds, dies down in the bomb site. That's the shot. And well, Kaz gonna peek around the corner. Good round from Checkmate.
I seem to have pulled off a Mitch there, Dinko. Looks like I was muted the entire round.
Oh, well, nonetheless, what you're saying is basically, how the hell does that happen? We're
How the hell does that
Invictus.
happen? Yeah, it was pretty much me squealing like a pig in wonder and awe and just sheer distraught as to how this one's gone wrong. Why is no one checking? Like, they're all checking the same angle together. Like, this is just so weird from Invictus.
They're the kind of rounds where you just kind of just question. Like, they give you a sense of confidence, right? You're like, okay, Invictus showing up in the playoffs, some of these brilliant rounds. Finally, we're starting to see the Invictus of old. And then they do that. And then you just kind of think, team aren't there yet. They're not anywhere near being good enough or at the level where you can say that's acceptable for this team and what they're capable of. They're capable of so much more. And yeah, some of the decision making in this team is terrible. Kaz, I feel like he gets a little bit unlucky there in the time. He had a couple of players now up in towards connector, and they're going to keep walking up, just playing contact and taking control of the side. But finally, Kaz going to peek out into the open, takes down Flying, and nearly killing Palace as well.
They didn't see Destroy Cross on over, though. And I feel like if he could make his way through Murder Hole, I don't know if the vents are broken, you could actually get the flank on. Now, Viva's trying to be the distraction, but, well, the flank, it's not really going to happen. Destroy gets found out, they know exactly where Viva is, and as spectacular as he's been so far in the series, Dinko, 1v5, 40 HP, Deagle in hand. It's going to require quite the miracle. And he will be found out. Oh, nice shot there. Nice recovery in a second kill. Catches the jumping Techno 4K, but just one casualty. Checkmate are going to be okay with that. As we do, of course, have an eco, which should be coming out for the Chinese side. And for Checkmate, it should be easy mop up, easy pickings. Nice hold as Checkmate. Sorry, Invictus were looking for the openings, just trying to get a pick, but a good hold from Checkmate. Not really overextending, not really playing aggressive, and why should they against just the upgraded pistols? And now it's a full eco for the side of Invictus. They have the one flashbang. It's going to be the Glock Waterfall of Death coming out of the A-bomb side, and it's going to be an easy farm here for Blitz and Hawk. They're looking for all the kills, and they're going to find everything nice. Headshot in the end for Blitz as well to finish things off. And nothing going the way of Invictus as Checkmate now. One round away from tying things up, Dinko. Just one round away as we do see the buy coming in for Invictus. No AWP yet for Mr. Viva. I don't think they will go for it, if you ask me. I feel like he's much more effective with the rifles. As Checkmate, it's going to be the first real test here, Dinko.
Checkmate, this is where we get to see the full chops of their comeback. Will it be the completion where they tie things up 10-10, or will it all start to crumble in front of them? Kaz taking down Viva, a good opening, and he's going to get away, or at least try. Through the smoke, a couple of shots rattle, and Bottle is going to get the kill. Now just sprinting through, continues to run forward. Hawk, okay, that's huge. A good double, in fact, a sick double kill from him. And now, well, it's all falling apart for Invictus. Charles Sergei is getting flanked from behind. And you've got Blitz just walking up here, taking his time. And Charles Sergei is going to run right into him. Terrible, terrible run again from Invictus Gaming. That is just so disjointed.
Bottle, look, he gets a trade, and then the fact that he pushes Connector alone. Okay, Hawk got a ridiculous second kill through the smoke, right? But even then, the fact that he just goes for that solo play, that forced the rest of his team to react, that forced them to kind of push on in as well. The second kill is ridiculous from Hawk, but you can see that forced Xiaosage to kind of show himself towards ramp, and then, yeah, they all got picked apart. Also, love the aggression from Checkmate towards Palace, right? They're keeping Invictus on their toes. CD side is looking pretty solid so far from Checkmate. Things have definitely turned around, and they are now just about to potentially get into the lead for the very first time in this entire game.
What a comeback it has been from this team, and I feel like Invictus, similar to Inferno, they should be in a better position than they are. Like they've had opportunities after opportunities, and you have to remember it comes off of that round where they fully commit to the B-bomb site against the Deagles and end up losing it. They're going to have to try and do something with the Deagles themselves. They're going to be doing it. But 2 kills. Oh no. God. Kaz is getting spammed down as well. Another kill. Oh, Invictus. They do it so often.
How?
It's not even close.
How? Replay, please? That is ludicrous. They just ran up Connector and got all the headshots. Viva with a double kill. What is this? Okay, he walks in for a shot onto Hawk. Great stuff. Viva spins around, finds Techno. They just out dueling. They don't even have any utility, Dinko. They lose one player.
It was straight up Deagles. It was just Deagles brought to the server. And oh, God. Well, we said Checkmate won a round with Deagles themselves a little bit earlier on. That turned the tides in the next couple of rounds. We'll see if this comes back to bite Checkmate. Look at the investment they've pulled into this round. Kaz on an op, Ro on an op. They've gone for the double op setup. A huge investment. All their money is now gone. It's on the line in round 22. Such an important round and a fantastic start from Destroyer. He's got himself into window.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little flabbergasted with how that previous round transpired, Dinko. It wasn't even close. It was a 1v5 at one point. Whoa. As here they come again, the same thing, Dinko, but this time they got the rifles, and I believe it's going to be the call for the save. It has gone out.
Full investment. You gotta save the 2 ops. You can't go for the save retake with the double op setup. So it's the safe call on the other end of the map, and this might just be the round that breaks the back of Checkmate, right? You think about it. They had so many opportunities. They finally tie it up, and they lose against full Deagles and nothing but Deagles. If that is the round that changes this, oh, that's heartbreaking for Checkmate. It's about to be 12-10. It'll be another round where Blitz and Hawk can't really afford a good buy. You're going to have a kind of in the middle buy. You got the double up setup still, yes, but it's not exactly fantastic. You go on, you have to almost keep all those players alive towards the end as well. And these ops might not even survive here. Luckily, Kaz is going to pull his into the next. And they will get both ops into round number 23. And I feel like coming into this round, Checkmate are not in a good spot at all. You've only got these 2 ops. This is probably the worst scenario you could be in. Because now they're going to most likely feel the pressure to invest a little bit at least into this round around these ops. Get a couple of pistols out. Your money's going to be on the line again.
Yeah, and here's a scary thing, right? If they lose this round, when they lose this 2 AWPs, Dinko, they're not going to be reinvesting ops again. Like, Techno might be able to purchase an AWP, but that means it'll be just a glass cannon, right? They want to keep these ops alive. So it might even be kind of like a stack and a call for a save early on. Call for a save rather, and just try and keep this ops into play for round number 24. Here comes the hit. It's going to be a clinical execute. It's a good old-fashioned smoke wall. Xiaosage is going to find Hawk, although he does get dinged down to 7 points of health. Flying's taking a bit of damage, and Techno's going to come running out with a deagle. AK-47 retrieved as well. The Destroyer shuts him down. They're going to get the bomb down. The ops still in play as Ro's going to find another pick. And look at how low the player is flying, but you're all going to fall into it's all on Cass. He should save. He should save. You don't have any money for any more ops. And considering the city side setup seems to be very reliant on the AWPs, you want to hold on to this. So a little bit of a scare for Invictus, but they will hold on and they're going to get around number 13.
Well, Eva taking down
Saved.
Kaz in 13 to 10. The money, you take a look at it for Checkmate, they'll be able to get rifles out, but like you said, no AWP will be invested into this one. So we are looking very much at what looks like to be an Invictus closer if they can pick this up. They look like they put themselves in a position where they're almost guaranteed to pick this up now. So Checkmate, a do or die round coming right their way. Timeout coming through. They know the pressure that's on this one.
They don't even have the luxury of kind of like, having a couple of throwing rounds where they can be like, okay, you know what, we can just go for a double save or whatnot. They're going to have to keep buying up from now on, right? And I do believe it's going to be almost close to max loss bonus. And yeah, it's going to be max loss bonus into the next round. Right now it's $2,900. So they will still have money, Dinko. But again, right, you look at the money they have remaining in the bank. Two players on zero. The most anyone has is Techno 4K and $150. So even if you have $3,400 coming into the bank, if you don't save any weapons, what are you going to buy? FAMASs, Kevlar? It's never going to be a full-fledged buy. And by that point in time, Invictus can get to round number 14. And your chances are going to grow just slimmer round by round. So this is do or die time for Checkmate. The first game of the playoff series, ladies and gentlemen. It's the opening matchup. Winner is going to go on to face Tai Lu. They have dropped onto the A-bomb side bottle. Caught jumping with a Molotov in his hand, and somehow it's all gone wrong for Invictus. What is this round? They just go walking in, flying, doesn't find anything. It's all in Viva, and Blitz is going to pounce upon him. Okay, Invictus just drop into the A-bomb site. They think it's empty, and they suddenly just take the nades out, and they just get picked apart by the players from Checkmate. That was just a ludicrous round from the Chinese side.
Honestly, Invictus don't think sometimes. They just don't. There's no way they can be thinking when they come into this round. It's just the only call that's made from Xiaosage is go A. Like, there's nothing else other than that right there. That is terrible. Well, Invictus 13 to 11. It's going to be a round picked up for Checkmate. A buy comes back into things for Invictus, so they have a chance to recover and make up for their previous error, rectify their mistakes. It's a good start as well with the damage being inflicted upon Blitz. He was down to 20 HP early into round 25.
Just give them bloody deagles, Dinko. Just give them deagles. Like, if we had a stat for the number of rounds Invictus win just with deagles, I think they would beat any other team in the tournament. Heck, I think they'd be coming close to challenging international teams. It's just ludicrous how many times they win rounds just with the pistols. Yes, there is a caveat that it's against the Asian teams who, for some reason, most of them don't know how to play an anti-eco or an anti-force buy, which doesn't really help matters for them. But here they come. Contact play. Blitz caught jumping out in the open, and Flying's gonna find him. Now, the smoke's gonna be coming in. Hawk tossing in a smoke of his own as well. That's actually a great smoke. That's gonna prevent them from pushing in, because if you look at a smoke, Stinko, it's one for connector, one for jungle, right? And that's going to be stairs control rested by Checkmate. Hawk boosted up by his teammate, but Xiaosage, he sneaks on in with a Mac, and he finds Kaz, and now it's a 5v3. And looking at the money for Checkmate, they just might want to go for the save here. They need to fall on back. They don't have the money. As Techno gets caught out, Hawk at least replies back, and he should try and make his escape, but Xiaosage trying to find him. Hawk, he's going to pull off the great escape. Nice headshot. And this should be the two rifles being salvaged, Dinko. But the money, oh my word, the money is very grim. They're going to have a buy for Blitz. Hawk can drop a rifle. Rogue can drop a gun for Kaz, maybe. Techno's going to have, I don't know, like a UMP or a FAMAS. It's going to be a very grim buy. Yeah, it's grim. Yeah. It's not looking good.
Yeah, it's looking Like, he's in a real rough spot right now for Checkmate, and we're heading into a round that's so important for them. Call the timeout. They need to figure out what they're going to do and how these next 2 rounds are going to play out. Because if not, if they drop the ball, well, it's going to be Invictus taking this series 2-0. And coming into this, Invictus, we enter the tournament, you expect them to be a team that would walk over the likes of Checkmate, but with Checkmate giving us a lot of, getting a lot of respect from us and fans, based on the performances that they've had, beating Vici, right, 2-0, it's pretty impressive. And
they beat Vici 2-0 on Nuke as well.
It just makes no sense, right? And then you got the respect here for them, and you've kind of lost a little bit of respect in how you look at Invictus because of the way they've been performing and how inconsistent they've been. But you can't forget, Invictus, they didn't have a bad run in terms of the results. They also beat Tyloo. They just haven't looked good doing it.
They also lost to Huatsai.
Yeah, we're gonna forget about that, boy. But for the most part, right? These hiccups and these results from Invictus, they're not good enough for that team, and the performance. Whoa, bro! Hello? Someone react there, ball. Come on. Well, he goes down, and 2 opening kills coming in from Checkmate. Oh no, flying. This is the kind of flying round you need. 2 kills picked up for him. He turns the round in favor, well, not in favor, but back at least within contention for his team. And he might just be able to get this. Oh no, Techno! He was running and flying. He heard the footsteps of the player crossing CT. I think he was trying to get from behind, but there's no need to give up that position. It's such a solid spot into that. You've got to expect more than one player to be there. Yeah, that's a lot of rough from flying. He does put them in a position that's winnable, though. The smoke's still available here from Viva. Where does he use it? Jungle flashed over the top as well. And now they push forward on towards the bomb site. Player on the bin as well on CT, so keep an eye on that. Viva, we scoped in. They can't commit to the plant just yet. They need to take more control of the bomb site. And Shouts-Gay's got himself into a good spot. Now Viva going for the plant, but as soon as he goes down there, that's the peak from CT, and there's 2 players there. He should be dead. Finally, he's taken away, and Shouts-Gay in a 1v3 clutch. He's going to have to make this work. A hero play from the leader, and it's not going to work out for them. It's Checkmate with 12.
As much as I appreciate Flying getting those 2 kills, him just staying alive, conveying information towards jungle is paramount. There was no need for him to go for that hero play, trying to get the flank onto the player towards CT spawn. I know we heard him, but just do the math, right? The CTs, they know where he got the kill. They know that he was near towards connector. There's a possibility jungle has been compromised. So of course the CTs are going to be wary of that position. They know he's most likely there. So it's not like he snuck on into that spot without being spotted out, right? Him just staying alive there, Dinko, they have jungle control. The bomb can be retrieved. They only have to worry about CD spawn and connector. In that case, they can just ignore CD spawn. They can just smoke off connector, and they can go for the plant because they know they have jungle cut off. So that was a massive, massive mistake from Flying, I feel like. And, well, they get punished for it. And Checkmate, they're not quite done yet. 4v5. A hero AK-47 for Destroyer, the rest of them with Deagles, but we know how absolutely filthy these Chinese players can be with the Desert Eagle, so Checkmate, they're going to be wary. They have to be wary, even though they have a man advantage.
Lock up into Palace. Hawk with 1. Destroyer swinging huge from Destroyer. That's impressive. 2 kills being picked up in quick succession. And he's just changed this round. He changed the face of the round for Invictus, but then he ruins it. You never get too excited about Destroyer. He always disappoints you. Well, Viva, he's stuck it towards Firebox. Luckily, we've got Bottle here in the Deagle, and Viva has been an absolute animal in this series so far. Another kill for him. Techno trying to win this clutch, and Viva peeks right into him. 13 HP, and all picked up for Bottle, and he's going to take the kill. 15-12, Invictus Gaming. That round was looking a little rough for them. But it's Destroyer, right? As often as he makes mistakes, as often as he looks a little bit rough.
This is
huge plays out of Palace there. And 15-12.
It's so like, I just want to go into the mic because he gets a 2 kills, Dinko, and he swings wide. And then you see this 1v2. Viva, why are you peeking? Like, you've got the kill. You know where the final player is. Techno has to come to you. He has to come to you. And Bottle's holding the line with an AWP. There's no way you can lose that. And yet, he goes peeking, Dinko. As we do have the final potential round coming in here in this best of 3 series. It is a Hail Mary buy, and Viva's gonna go peeking in dry with the AWP. He sees a smoke, and he's gonna find Blitz. He's down to 16 points of health, though. But still, it's a 4v4. Hawk, can he find a second kill is the question. Destroyer's gonna spot him out there, Dinko. And one by one, they're starting to fall. All 3 CDs, though, gathering up towards his A-bomb site. And Destroyer, oh, he hears Kaz. He hears Kaz. He knows where he is. And Kaz, in the smoke, somehow pulls off the great escape. It's still man advantage for Invictus.
Yeah, Invictus in a good spot right now. They just need to close it and not make too many mistakes. And Viva, oh no, runs right into the open. Destroy's got 1 kill back. Kaz on the deagle, doing them dirty. And while Rope, he'll be looking for this kill, but it's Destroyer again, being the difference maker in such an important round for the team. Kaz, a last remaining player, and flying is just too much to handle. He was an extra player they just couldn't account for. And that is going to be a 2-0 win from Invictus. You know, it wasn't the best performance from Invictus, but it was much better than what we've seen a lot of the time in the group stages. So 2-0 win nonetheless. They get it over the line. A few mistakes here and there, of course, from the Invictus team. But nonetheless, 2-0. It's not a result you guys predicted. I thought a 2-1 from Invictus. I thought they'd be able to edge it out, but no, none of us predicted a 2-0 coming into today. And maybe Tom, maybe Mitch, this is a bit of an underperformance, a little bit of a shaky play style from Checkmate coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess like it's not too much of a surprise when we look at how the first map went. I think we all expected this map to go the way of Invictus. It is just a shock that we ended up in a position where Checkmate have looked relatively flat in that first map compared to what we expected of them, compared to the heads that they've taken and they were given access towards the end. Now, in this one here, I guess it's kind of just more of the same, right? First half of Inferno was Bottle dominating in a lot of these duels. He comes through, he does it yet again. You look to Viva, the consistency is definitely there. And I do wonder for Checkmate, you know, if this team doesn't end up picking up Techno, I would be beyond surprised. Like, it would be an unbelievable mistake for me if they don't manage to pick him up. And if they don't, hell, that's a great opportunity for anybody else. I think he's had his pretty amazing debut.
Yeah, he has. And Tom, one thing is Invictus, they did get punished for so many mistakes, but I feel like they got away with too many rounds, which they really shouldn't have won, right? Too many BS rounds, as we like to call it. That's a technical term for it, obviously. And unfortunately for Checkmate, yeah, they just don't have the star power, I guess, when it comes to, you know, pulling off these sort of rounds, which Invictus they seem to do every time and time again. You have Viva, you have Bottle, you have everyone just stepping up and having these clutch moments, so to speak.
I genuinely believe that if Checkmate could fix their anti-ecos, they could be a top 4 team within the region. I think that this game, this map in particular, but the last one you could also argue it, I think they lost it off of that. Like, sure, they had a